so I don't even have a bucket in my hand. They're just following me. I don't have anything for you. I'm sorry. Good afternoon. I am so excited. I have been paying so much attention to the new food forest and planting seedlings in the garden for our annual crops. And I came in like a week and a half ago to my established food forest, and I put and I cut down a bunch of stuff that was old that needed to be cleared out, and it has literally come to life in the last week and a half, and I am so delighted. Things are flowering, things are greening up, things that were so tiny last year that had been tiny for a year and a half, 2 years, or it was just, I planted and it didn't grow at all last year. They're already bigger than they were. It's like, it's not even summer. We haven't even really hit like the full growing period yet. I have some mystery plants that I guess I thought I was planting one type, and I know that I planted them and I labeled them and everything, and maybe the people that sent them to me in the seed exchange mislabeled them, because I have no idea what they are, and they're beautiful though, so I'm very excited about that. And apparently they're biannual, because last year all they did was leaf out, but now there's flowers. I've got a mow in here. I mean, it's like coming together. I've got dandelions, which is a big deal for me. I wanted dandelions. I want dandelions in my food forest, and I've got dandelions, and they're getting big, and I'm just so excited. So look at the strawberries. They're bushing out. All the raspberries and the blackberries and the golden berries and Logan berries, they've all got these. They've all got these. Oh my goodness. They've got so many leaves. Look at, this is my Nergundi tree. Like, it must have grown that big last year, and I just don't remember how big it was. And I'm just so excited, because when I got it, it was like this tall 2 years ago. And it's just, I mean, look at these strawberries. They're really blooming out. My horseradish is coming up. Look at the dandelions. Oh, the goji berries are getting big. The oregano that I transplanted last year, I divided a bunch of oregano and planted it over here. That's getting big. This is just so exciting. Rattlesnake master. Oh, I cannot tell you how absolutely 100% delighted I am with all of this. I mean, look at this strawberries. I mean, seriously, last year this wasn't doing very much. This is just wonderful. My New Jersey tea plant is coming up. This is just so wonderful. I didn't clear out here obviously yet. Oh, it looks like there's a hole there. I might be battling the voles again this year. Look at the thyme is getting huge. Oh my goodness, look at the woad. Look at the woad. I'm gonna have flowers this year. I mean, the last time I was here, it was like down to this. Like, I can't believe how fast that grew. Oh my goodness. And the elderberry, look at the elderberry. So here's my persimmon, my pawpaw tree that I planted last year. And look at it, it's got green coming up on it. This is just, This is so good. Look at my white horehound. So this is like one of the most lush areas in the whole place, because when the duck pond overflows, it comes down here. So this is like super growth area. My witch hazel. It's got little buds on it. Okay, so things like this. So this is an Aronia berry, and I swear this did nothing except for have like a little stick that came out for the last 2 years, and look at already how much it's grown. There's so many leaves on that. Oh my goodness, and the one in the back too. There's an Aronia berry right here too. Oh, look at it, it's actually growing. Oh, we even got some mine caps coming. The mushrooms are coming in. Can you tell I'm excited? Oh, wow. This is so good. I planted some very extra special bee balm last year, and it apparently has spread already. I mean, it didn't even bloom last year. So for it to have spread that much, I'm delighted. Look at that thyme. I mean, it's like a carpet. And I know thyme is a ground cover, and I planted it so that it would be a ground cover, but it's actually doing what it's supposed to do. And it is so much fun to plant things in theory, knowing what's going to happen, or understanding what's going to happen in your head. It is completely different to have done it and then see it actually happening. The garlic is getting tall, planted that last fall. You can see the blooms on the apple tree. And look at the blueberry is getting big. Oh, you can't see, it's hard to see. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I can't. I'm sorry, I'm just losing my mind over here. Look at this on my grapevines. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Look at this. We might get grapes this year. We might get grapes. Oh, this is so exciting. Look at this salad burnet. It's coming back. Perennial lettuce. Oh, this is so good. Oh my goodness, the liatris. Okay, I'm going over to the liatris. Excuse, I still have the sniffles. Look at, there's the salad burnet there too. Oh. Okay, so last year I planted hollyhocks everywhere, and they're gonna be the black nigra, the black hollyhocks. Anyway, and I've been so excited for them, and so I'm looking around the garden and I'm seeing where I know that I planted them, and then I thought that I had planted them in other places too, maybe because I saw similar looking leaves, and you know, I can't tell all the time where I just stick things in here. So if you look at this, this is hollyhock, and apparently I have a worm eating away at it. I'll have to find that later. But then I thought that some other bushes that had these with it were hollyhock too. I have no idea what this is. I need to figure this out because I love these flowers. I'm absolutely in love. Oh, look at the blooms coming out on the new cherry tree. There's a fig tree over there. That's a picture of a fig. That's not a real fig, just so there's no confusion. Look at the rose bush is blooming out. And then, okay, I gotta show you this. Look at the kiwi vines. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, let me get underneath here. The kiwi vines are just completely having a great time. I'm almost giving you a food forest tour right now. I need to stop. I planted this black currant last year. In fact, I think it was last fall, but look at flowers. Do you know what flowers mean? Flowers mean berries. Flowers mean fruit. I am so delighted that peonies are coming up. Okay, I obviously I need to pay more attention to my food forest. I couldn't be more delighted or thrilled, so I'm going to be coming out here a lot lately, or soon now, but I need to get some stuff planted before I have to go to work today, because I can't get too distracted. I got to go to work. Oh my goodness, the lupine are coming out. Self-control. I can weed, I can clean, I can do all that stuff. Not tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm picking up a bunch of lavender for the lavender hill. The next day, Thursday, I can come in here and weed and just like explore and discover. And I'm not going to do a food forest tour yet, because I'm waiting for things to get a little bit bushier and a little bit greener, so that when I'm showing you on the video, it's not just me that's able to see it because I'm actually here, but you guys will be able to see it as well, because it's definitely hard to see branches against wood chips, but it's much easier to see green leafy bushes against wood chips. So I got to get started planting, otherwise I'm going to be late for work. So one of the questions that I get asked sometimes is, will the wood chips acidify the soil? And the answer is absolutely not, as long as you keep it on top as a mulch and you don't mix it in with the dirt. Now, what if you want acidified soil? Like maybe you're planting blueberries like I am today. Well, as I dig them in, I'll just mix in the mulch a little bit into the soil with them as I push the soil around them again. And then I've got my own little natural acidifier for the soil. Of course, I will also put a little bit of soil acidifier around them, around the base of the plant, after I put the mulch back on. So it's a slow release kind of acidifier for that spot. And I use an organic acidifier, of course. So let me show you another trick that I have that is part of this whole wonderful permaculture system, because I have ducks. I use them to fertilize my plants. So don't ever let anyone tell you that you can't use duck water or duck manure straight onto your plants. Now, straight up duck poop might be a little bit strong, but if you use the water from their pond, it is diluted enough to use directly onto your plants. Duck manure is not hot manure, it is a cold manure or cool manure. And because of this, you can use it right away. Now, also, if you look at duck manure chemically, it is exactly right for your garden. I mean, it's like the 555 fertilizer. I mean, it literally has exactly everything that you'd need to fertilize a garden well, and they produce a lot of it. So that's free fertilizer. And I don't know if you guys know or if you've looked at fertilizer prices, but it's very expensive to buy fertilizer. And if you could just get a couple of ducks, not only do you get something that's super cute and fun to watch, you get eggs. If you breed them, then you end up with duck meat. If you like duck meat, we don't do that. But also, you get free fertilizer. So there you go. So I just went up to the duck pond with this bucket and I just scooped out a bunch of the water. And yeah, that looks pretty gnarly, but my plants are going to love it. And so I am going to take this legacy blueberry and I'm just going to kind of sit it in here and let it soak a little bit before I plant it. And I just did this with the other ones that I had too. Here's another blueberry. Got to be gentle as I take them out of here. It's my favorite time of day again. Okay, so this is my sunshine blue, and I'm going to just set it in here. There we go. And then, let's see, I've got some more, but I've got to unbox them first. So let me do that really quick. Okay, so I got one of them in there that it's soaking. Oh, there it goes. It just went under. And these just came out. They are nice and soaked in of all that wonderful deliciousness for them, not deliciousness for us. I want to make that very clear. Okay, so I'm going to go plant them now because they are juiced up and ready to go. That's a fun smell. Okay, so I have decided, after much thought, that I'm going to put all my huckleberries and my blueberries and my raspberries into this food forest and not the one up there right now, because this is a very well fortified, already proven, I know, food forest, and I don't have to worry about rabbits or deer or really much of anything in here. And there's enough abundance in here that if something did get in, the chances of it eating all my new plants is very low because there's literally food everywhere. I mean, it's a food forest. So I'm going to use this as my nursery forest as well as my original food forest, and I'm going to plant these, get everything established and ready up there the way that I want it, so that I know that these new plants can be protected. Spent good money on them, and now they're here, they're growing. That's time as well. I don't want to have to replant and lose a whole year. So this is going to be my nursery. I'm going to take what I need to up there once it gets established, with all the perimeter boundary stuff going on. And then I'll leave all the rest that I can down here, and then this will be like my harvesting food forest, and I will take cuttings from this, and I will divide things from this, and I'll take all of my resources and access and new materials, and I'll bring them up to the second food forest, and that's where I'll plant them. So I'm actually really pleased with this idea. I am going to get established immediately up there the fruit trees, as well as things like pollinator plants and soil building plants. So I'm going to take, once these comfrey plants, once they start flowering, I'll just take branches of the flowering comfrey and lay them around the fruit trees up there. That'll start new comfrey plants. And then I have a bunch of seeds for things like bee balm and stuff like that. Plus I have enough here that I probably could divide some already and get things really started well up there. And then I'll start adding in the other food stuff. So that's my plan, and I'm sticking to it, and well, at least until I change my mind again. So here we go. Now I wanted to talk to you a little bit about these huckleberries. So this is one of my huckleberries. This is my buried treasure. Get it? Buried treasure. Oh, I love a good garden pun. And then these are, I've got them soaking in a pot with the duck water in it. These are my little tiny native star evergreen huckleberries. And so these are, these are tiny. These are super tiny. So I'm going to use this again as my nursery, but I have a place for these already. These are going to be my hedge that's going to go and be my evergreen hedge that kind of gives us a little bit of a privacy screen between our house and my in-laws' house. But I need them to get a little bit bigger before they're ready to go out there. So I'm going to plant them here. Now, huckleberries love shade. They love the sun too, obviously. Well, maybe not so obviously, but they do. They love the sun. They will grow ginormous in the sun, but then they will also grow really well in the shade, and they'll even fruit in the shade. So I'm in my shaded area. It's not 100% shaded, but it's shaded for like maybe a third of the day. And so I'm going to put them in here, let them grow up bigger, and then I'll transplant them out. But I think my buried treasure huckleberry is going to be permanently homed here. And then I'm also going to put my carpet raspberry in here and my other raspberries. And then of course my wintergreen, because wintergreen loves the shade. So here we go. Get started again. Okay, so that's pretty much all I have time for today. Gotta get to work. I gotta find one place though for my bamboo. Now this has been something I've been thinking about this for a while. And it's not that I don't want to plant it somewhere. I want to plant it everywhere. And so look at those cute ducks. I would put in the chicken pen because I think that they would do well with a bamboo kind of area to be shaded by, but they would probably scratch out the roots. Gotta think about it. Don't necessarily want it in the food forest because I've got so much other stuff growing here. There's not really room for it. No, there is. I know exactly where I'm going to put it. Okay, here we go. So thank you so much for joining me today in this food forest. I am so excited about everything that's been happening that I mean I missed it a week and a half, and all of a sudden it's just coming to life. This place is so much fun. It is so much fun. I love my food forest. So the vegetable garden is right here. The herb garden, I love the herb garden. The vegetable garden though, that's a lot of work. There's a lot of work. You got to make sure that the seeds are in at the right time. You got to make sure you harvest it at the right time. You got to make sure that you've got other seedlings ready so that you can get there's pests, there's all sorts of things that you got to worry about with a vegetable garden, and it's good. And I love the vegetable garden because it nourishes my family and it gives us healthy food. But this is not hard work. This isn't work at all. This is play. This is a big puzzle where you just make a hole and you plug in a plant and it grows because of this incredible mycorrhizal fungi system going on with the wood chips and the plants that are working together and feeding each other. I mean, you just make a hole, you put in the plant and it grows. I don't have to worry about making seedlings at the right time. I don't have to worry about, getting things planted on time as much as over here in the vegetable garden. I just either buy a started plant, I plant some seeds one time, and then or make a cutting and then stick it in here, and it does its thing. This place is easy and beautiful, and there's something so much more elegant to it, I think, and it doesn't look like it right now so much, but when it's full bloom in the summer, there's something so elegant to the randomness of it. The vegetables are there in their straight rows, but here, like, you don't know what's around the bend. It's almost like a secret garden. And when I am having a day where I just feel like the world is crushing down on me and Either I feel like I'm just a terrible mom, or I'm not a good wife, or I'm a terrible karate instructor. They could have somebody so much better than me, or, the house isn't the way that I want it to be, or I'm just not feeling good about something, adequate or worthy or anything. I come here, and there's a healing quality to this garden that has nothing to do with taking medicine or anything like that. It is the ambiance, it is the energy, it is the love that's been put into this emanating back out. It's beauty and joy and peace, and it's palpable when you're in this place. And there's nothing like it in the world. And to be able to come here and sit and just recenter and find myself again, to have a place like that is the greatest blessing. It's the greatest blessing. I thank God for this place. Every time I step foot into it, every time I think about it, I thank God for this place. And I hope, if this is your dream, to have something like this, I hope that you get the opportunity to start it. And it may just take starting. I mean, just go out and plant something. But if you don't have the property for it, I understand. But if you've got the space for it, just go out and start. And there's so much joy in planning as well. So if you don't have the space, that's fine. Plan it, dream about it, focus on it, write down your goals, figure out your action steps in order to get something like this, because it is everything good in the world can be found in a garden. And so I'm just incredibly blessed. I'm so thankful. I can't wait to share this with you once things start blooming a little bit more. I'll definitely take you guys on a tour of this third year here, and what a great year it's going to be. I can tell already. Thank you so much for sticking with me today and joining me in this garden. If you like the video, please hit that like button. If you like my channel, please subscribe if you want to see more of this. If you really love the channel, then go ahead and hit that notification bell, because I'm going to be uploading almost daily, and you'll be able to get notified as soon as those videos go up if you do. And like always, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you get a chance to go out into the garden today, or find somewhere that brings you peace and joy, and just sit in it, enjoy it, soak it in. Have a wonderful day and stay blessed.